They weren't supposed to return to the spotlight this soon, and yet here they are, stepping onto one of the most iconic stages in Britain with a message, a purpose, and a presence that signals far more than a simple royal outing. Something is shifting inside the House of Windsor, and tonight's confirmation has become the clearest sign yet of how the future king and queen intend to shape the monarchy moving forward. Before we dive in, there's something I need to share with you. Over the past few days, thousands have watched these stories unfold, but most haven't subscribed. If you're one of them, I invite you now to join us. Subscribe to Crownverse so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal history. Their return is not just a diary update, it is a defining moment, a moment signaling that the Prince and Princess of Wales are ready to reclaim their space after months of careful, controlled appearances. A moment that reveals how deeply they understand their roles as the emotional, cultural, and humanitarian anchor of the modern monarchy. And most importantly, a moment that shows the public exactly where the royal family is placing its hope, its stability, and its long-term vision. The news of their attendance at the Royal Variety performance did more than confirm another annual tradition on the calendar. It sent shockwaves through royal watchers, political observers, and cultural commentators because of what it symbolizes: the rejuvenation of the monarchy's frontline team after a year of turbulence and transition. The Royal Variety performance has always been a glittering event, but this year it carries a meaning far heavier than lights, music, and applause. It represents continuity. It represents unity. It represents a monarchy holding itself together with both dignity and determination. The Prince and Princess of Wales stepping into the Royal Albert Hall is more than a glamorous night out. It is a strategic message delivered with unspoken precision. Their presence communicates to the public that despite the chaos the royal institution has endured, the future remains intact, steady, and prepared to lead. But to truly understand why this confirmation has stirred so much attention, we have to look at what this moment means in the broader context of their lives. For months, the couple has been repositioning themselves, not loudly, not dramatically, but very deliberately. Their recent move into Forest Lodge, their so-called forever home, marks one of the most important transitions of their married life. It signals that they are formally laying down the foundations for the future of their reign, a home chosen not for grandeur, but for stability, for consistency, for the emotional security of their children, and for the long-term responsibilities of the future monarch. Forest Lodge is not just a residence, it is a strategic base, a sanctuary, a place where William and Catherine can operate privately and raise their children away from relentless public attention. But it is also a stronghold from which they will increasingly step out to carry the monarchy's most important duties. Their attendance at the Royal Variety performance marks the first major joint engagement since their Remembrance Sunday appearance, and it signals that the period of transition has concluded. The next phase, a phase of leadership, has begun. To grasp the magnitude of this moment, we must return to the Royal Variety performance itself. This is not a casual royal engagement. For over a century, it has been the Crown's showcase of cultural partnership, its symbolic embrace of the arts, and its way of supporting those whose creativity gives Britain its soul. The event raises crucial funds for the Royal Variety Charity, which supports artists, performers, and entertainment workers who often struggle in an industry marked by instability and mental health challenges. This year, the charity's expanded work on mental health support aligns directly with the passions William and Catherine have championed for years. Their advocacy for mental health reform, particularly around honesty, compassion, and accessibility, makes their presence not just appropriate, but deeply meaningful. They aren't attending because of tradition alone. They're attending because this cause is personal, because the creative sector has been one of the most heavily impacted communities in recent years, because the pressures, volatility, and emotional demands of entertainment careers mirror the mental health battle that the couple has made central to their public mission. When the lights dim in the Royal Albert Hall and the first performances begin, the public will see glamour, elegance, and applause. But behind the scenes, William and Catherine will be engaging with performers who survive on unstable incomes, technicians who work through exhaustion, and artists who have weathered mental health struggles for years. Their presence isn't ceremonial. It's supportive. It's strategic. It's compassionate. It is also unifying. In a year where the monarchy has battled controversies, absences, and internal restructuring, William and Catherine have become the steady heartbeat of the institution. Their consistent poise, even when navigating personal challenges and public expectations, has reinforced the belief that they represent a modern monarchy, one grounded in service rather than spectacle. This is why their attendance matters now more than ever. It reassures the nation, it reassures the Commonwealth, and perhaps most significantly, it reassures the royal institution itself that the future is in competent, compassionate hands. But beyond the grandeur of the Royal Albert Hall lies something more intimate, their life at Forest Lodge. A home not designed to impress the world, but to protect their family from it. Forest Lodge is quiet, it is secluded, it is practical. It is the house where their children can grow up running through gardens, attending school without constant media presence, and forming memories untouched by the pressures of royal life. Yet, to understand their role fully, one must recognize that the stability of Forest Lodge gives them something far greater: the freedom to step into their public responsibilities with a clarity of mind and heart that only a secure home can provide. The royal world often portrays glamour, but behind the scenes lies a life of constant scrutiny and unending responsibility. Every step they take is observed. Every expression is analyzed. Every gesture is interpreted. Forest Lodge gives them a rare gift: the ability to breathe, the ability to reset, the ability to raise their children in the most normal environment possible for a future king and queen. This balance between public duty and private retreat is what makes the Waleses uniquely powerful. They are the symbol of modern royalty, offering reassurance without arrogance, visibility without intrusion, leadership without theatrics. Returning to the Royal Variety performance, the event itself is shaping up to be spectacular. With Jason Manford hosting and a lineup that includes powerhouse performers like Jessie J and rising star Harry Molding, the evening promises not only entertainment, but a heartfelt celebration of artistry. This year's tribute to the 40th anniversary of Les Miserables adds a layer of emotional weight, marking 4 decades of one of the most iconic musicals in the world. And the royal couple's presence during this tribute is more symbolic than many realize. Les Miserables is a story of sacrifice, resilience, injustice, hope, and redemption, themes that resonate deeply in a modern monarchy navigating complex public expectations and internal challenges. Their attendance reinforces the idea that the monarchy understands the power of storytelling, the importance of cultural memory, and the transformative nature of the arts. As William and Catherine step into the Royal Albert Hall, photographers will capture their smiles, their attire, their interactions, but what the cameras won't fully capture is the quiet message behind their presence. The monarchy still stands strong, and its future leaders are ready to serve with dignity, empathy, and unwavering commitment. And perhaps this is the true heart of their comeback: not a return to royal glamour, but a return to purpose. The public has always admired William and Catherine for their grace, but it's their consistency that defines them. Through every crisis, they have remained focused on their mission. Through every headline, they've remained grounded.
through every public challenge, they've continued to put service before self. The Royal Variety performance marks the next chapter in that service, a chapter that blends cultural patronage with humanitarian advocacy, tradition with modernity, and royal leadership with emotional intelligence. As the future king and queen step back into the spotlight, tonight's confirmation makes one thing unmistakably clear. They are not just returning, they are rising. The prince and princess who once represented youthful promise are now stepping fully into the roles they were destined for. Roles that require not only elegance, but strength, not only visibility, but wisdom, not only tradition, but evolution. And with their forever home now established, their public duties reaffirmed, and their commitment to mental health, arts, culture, and community stronger than ever, the royal family is entering a new era, one shaped by stability, compassion, and quiet but powerful leadership. What unfolds next will be closely watched by the world, because when William and Catherine step onto the stage, they do not merely attend an event, they set the tone for the monarchy's future. And that future begins now.